Giant walleye.
We about to get some birds. We're gonna take some shots.
I got Doyle behind the camera. He's gonna be shooting this for me. Get it, Maggie!
Gear Nation, Jaygoods here. So today we got the Viper all loaded up. For all you that don't know, I own a 2014 Yamaha Viper, as you can see back here, and right now I have on it a straight pipe, just a straight 3-inch pipe. I swapped that out from my stock exhaust. We just flanged both of them so that I can switch if I wanted the stock one to go on the trails or whatnot, going on with the long trip with my boys. I can put the stock one back on, not be droned out. And for the days that you're just hooning around the backyard or in the farmer's fields and stuff like that, you put the straight pipe on, you just let it howl. This year, I was fortunate enough to be a brand ambassador for GGB exhaust. So I've got one of their mountain cans, and I'm gonna take it down to Performance Boutique, and we're gonna get it V-band and all sorts of stuff so that I can alternate from the straight pipe to the mountain can. So catch us on the road. We're heading out to Performance Boutique.
So today we have Jaygoods with his Yamaha sledding, and today we're going to be using a Vibrant Performance V-band clamp, and we're going to change the flange on this aftermarket muffler that he bought for it. So we'll have to chop this and weld one of these on, just so that he has the ease of being able to put his factory exhaust back on when he needs to, and then when he wants to switch to something a little bit rowdier, he can put this bad boy on. So the only issue that we're going to run into today is his factory exhaust is a little bit smaller than these V-bands. It's kind of an odd size. So I'm going to have to use probably 2 different size of pipe to make an adapter so that we can bolt this, or so that we can weld this V-band clamp onto this aftermarket exhaust as well as his factory header. So now we got the flange cut off of the aftermarket exhaust that Josh brought us, and I cut off a piece of 2 1/4-inch pipe here. So what we're going to do to make this adapter is I'm just going to make like a very slight notch in the pipe here, and then I'm going to bend it in a little bit so that way, so right now it doesn't fit in here, but it'll fit in here, and that give us a little bit lower of a diameter on the inside of this this V-band flange. Down, otherwise it'll warp. So we managed to get this new muffler on here, and here's the little adapter that I made to make it work. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use some stainless steel MIG wire. We're going to put a couple tacks on here and a couple tacks on his factory header, and then we're going to take it over to the bench, do a full TIG weld, bring it back, and then I'll have to bring my TIG machine over and do a full weld on the inside. Just to make sure that that V-band clamp is welded to the header all the way around, and should be good to go.
All right, so Peter just finished up welding up the GGB exhaust, so we're gonna put it all back together and we're gonna slap her on and see how she worked out. Hoping it's gonna sound decently quiet so I can run it on the trails and then I can do the straight pipe. All right, I'm gonna show you guys now how easy it is to take off this GGB exhaust with the V-band clamp. The first thing we're gonna do here, we're gonna pull the cotter pin out of there, pull plastic out, both hinges, and now we've got full access to the exhaust. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take out the bung for the O2 sensor, and then we're simply gonna take off this nut, and the V-band is gonna separate. This V-band here, the bolt that's holding that one on is an 11 mil. So we're just gonna loosen this bad boy up. It is a 17 mil. So we're just gonna loosen that out. I always like to undo the plug that's up here. And just like that, we've got the GGB exhaust out, thanks to the V-band clamp. Now I can throw on my stock exhaust or my rowdy pipe if I chose to, you know, go hooning with the boys, or if I want to put my stock can back on for resale value, or if you're on the federal trails, you'll also need to run your stock one so you don't get in any trouble. All right, so we got it all buttoned up. We put all the plastics back on. Everything's fitting nicely. So we started it up. You guys heard that. It sounds sick. I'll probably be running that on the trails until someone complains, obviously. So yeah, here we're gonna cut away to some clips of us ripping in the field. And I gotta give a big shout out to Performance Boutique. Peter, you're a legend, buddy. Thanks for hooking me up with some V-bands. Gear Nation, so you've seen us install the new muffler with the V-bands from Performance Boutique. Big shout out to Peter, thank you very much for doing that for me, buddy. So now we're gonna bring it out of the shop and we're gonna give you a few test hits, see how it sounds. I think it sounds amazing. I'm gonna run that whenever I can. We still got the rowdy pipe, we're still gonna flange that one. So let's cut to some good old-fashioned brap. Alright, Gear Nation, this is where we're going to end the video. Big shout out to GGB and their mountain exhaust on a 2014 Yamaha 4-stroke. This is the non-turbo. I gotta say, I'm very happy with it. It cancels a lot of that drone out if you were to have that straight pipe on there like I do. That rowdy can is wild when you're wide open. This GGB tames it all down. It gives it a nice thump whenever it's just idling, which I'm very happy with. And I gotta say, easy install now that I've got that V-band on there from Performance Boutique. Big thank you to Peter for installing that. It's gonna make switching out the rowdy can and the mountain can of GGB a lot more easier. So that's a big thank you to GGB, big thank you to PB, and have a good one.